So John Graber's from NoFX, which is like a punk band. And
Oh my gosh, you're working with the guy from NoFX?
I don't know punk, but I know that they're huge.
NoFX?
No, I never did, but I know they're really,
grew
really
up
huge.
with
Really?
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
All right, I'm booking my flight to LA now. When are you going to be
really
there?
Crazy.
The Kiss Booth with Daphne Khoo.
Hi, I'm Daphne Khoo. I'm so glad you're here and welcome to the Kiss Booth. Today we have Linying here at the studio. I'm so happy that you're here and I managed to catch you in Singapore because I feel like you don't even know where you're going to be.
That is very accurate, but I'm glad that we're catching each other here too.
Me too.
Homeland, home ground.
You're kind of in between two places right now at the moment, right?
I know, that's another whole existential thing that I will get into, but yeah.
Get into it. So,
I'm between LA and Singapore.
Very, very far apart places. So between LA and Singapore, when did you already know before you, because you've been doing this already for like at least 2 years?
Yeah, between LA and Singapore.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly over a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But were you planning that already? Because when I was living in LA, I saw you there a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Were you already planning to like kind of try to move and then COVID happened and all that?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I always did trips out to LA and I don't know, it would be like a month or two at a time and I feel really inspired. But at the same time, I always told myself, no, I don't think I could ever move. I love the food here too much. And then one day I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. But then COVID happened. And yeah, and also I think at the time, I'm kind of grateful that I chose this time to move because, I think I would have been a lot more unstable. Just a bit younger and a bit more susceptible to my circumstances. So
And also while you ended up staying, you also wrote a very important song for Singapore.
Oh yeah.
I think the universe was like looking out for you, There are so many things that meant to happen.
That is true. I forgot.
You forgot? You forgot that you wrote an iconic song for Singapore.
I forget a lot of things. But
that's okay. It means because you're very present. Honestly, like ever since I've met you and the few times that we spent time together, you are like your energy is feels like very
it's a
concentrated.
very LA conversation right now.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's okay. That's the whole point. Because it's mindful and it's very focused. And so that's why, like, maybe you're in this moment.
I think this is the best compliment anyone's ever given me in my life.
I might cry. Don't cry. Okay, I got you if you want to cry.
Like, I've been working hard on this, specifically being present,
Yeah, you are. Even the last time that we actually sat down and had a conversation, I know it was at this big event where the two of us were like, let's
getting
just,
a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, and let's just also like be in this space because I had always wanted to sit down and talk to you, but we've always been kind of in passing people. But I have always loved, you are like the OG viral Singaporean. Like if for those of you who don't know, Sticky Leaves was the very first song to go viral from Singapore.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, and that's how I knew of you.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh my gosh, this girl's voice is insane and you have this very distinct style and you just went with it and you come such an incredible way. Are you like, I'm going to assume you're still making money from that song.
Yeah, I think so, but also, I think, as you know, like we've been doing this long enough to kind of realize that it's very hard to tell what comes from where.
Oh, true.
True. Like, the journey is never really that...
clear.
Yeah, the causality is never really defined that clearly. So, I don't know, it can be destabilizing, but at the same time, I find it quite liberating because then you're able to just go with how you feel, do what you like, and then things just happen. And yeah, I was just telling my mom this the other day. I feel so grateful to have a life where I can just wake up, and then every now and then I open my email and I'm like, ooh, what's new? Like, it's such an adventurous
What's new?
life.
How much money you got?
No, just like,
okay.
like we're asked to play a show here or like there's a new opportunity, just stuff like that. And that's what I enjoy about this life, but it also is what makes it a bit scary.
Stressful and scary.
Scary and stressful. Yeah.
But it is that scary but wonderful combination because it's like literally creativity. Like you need this. First of all, you need to carve out space, and then second of all, you gotta wait for the damn thing to fall from the sky, and then the most wonderful thing happens.
Yeah,
you have something out of nothing.
Yeah,
I
think it's so beautiful. It's like an exercise in cultivating faith. You know?
wow, I love
Don't
that.
you think that's true?
Yeah.
Like,
I would not think it's so well worded, but yes.
yeah, but you know, like just think of your own journey and like your own life and your own career and how it's progressed and you know how you never thought you'd be in the places you were, but
I didn't even think I'd be here right now.
I know, but it's
and-
cool. It's like from being like this iconic. Like I knew who you were when I was in school. When I was like maybe I don't know, what year was that? 2000 and Singapore Idol, maybe. Yeah.
Four, yeah.
You were like the coolest, the young. You know. Yeah, I remember that. That's my impression of
loser
you.
in school.
Were you really?
I was. I really
Were
was.
you
Yeah, I was. So I was very like it was.
Were you
very,
like Glee Club type of kid or?
No,
like...
I had no club. I was in a club of my own where I just sang by myself. And I would sit with my Walkman and be like, I think I'm cool. Yeah. But it's crazy to see how the industry has evolved and changed. And while all of that happens, it's beautiful to see you evolve. But I do think that the heart of who you are, like the girl that I watched, you know, record Sticky Leaves on this tiny little keyboard, and how you've blossomed into the artist that you are today, like, I think it's really hard to keep that heart. And surely there have been things that have tried to push and pull on that.
Yeah.
Anything you can talk about or like maybe something that keeps you motivated to keep you it's very hard to keep that innocence of faith, you know, that it's going to keep coming.
Yeah.
That the creativity is still going to flow.
Yeah. And actually I think I've realized that it's not the faith is a choice, you know? Yeah, cuz I think starting out just like, you know what you're saying, a lot of us as artists, like people who turn to creative modes of expression as a way to give ourselves identity, we tend to be, you know, a little bit of an outlier, tend to feel like you see what's missing rather than what's there, and that's what makes you good as an artist. But at the same time, yeah, you move through life kind of feeling like an observer or an outsider a lot of the time, and then when you do something and you get validated for your craft, then it's easy to get addicted to that or to try to like purpose it for your own needs and be like, oh, this is what gives me importance and validation and affirmation in life, so I have to cling on to it.
Yeah.
Which is a space that I was definitely in, especially at that age, you know, like, yeah, when stuff goes well and you're just like, I want to maintain this for as long as I possibly can because I don't think I could ever go back to what it was before, you know, before I knew who I was, all that. And yeah, and I think now...
At such a young age, too.
Yeah, and we're all unstable at that age. We're all a little lost at that age, right?
Oh, I feel like we continue to be
that's true. We do continue to be lost.
But on our own as we get older.
Pretty much, yeah. And then you just kind of have to learn to like move with it. And now I'm trying to cultivate my faith in surrendering and allowing and to just...
I love that. Being open.
know? Yeah, and also just like to not try to manipulate the circumstances too much. And
Ooh, are you a control person?
yeah. I try to pretend that I'm not, but...
you know what? You do it really well because I always assume that you're like a go with the flow kind of person. But I can...
I mean, I try.
Yeah.
I try.
No, I'm also
so
like that
hard.
though. I try to be like a flowy person, but then when I don't have control of any, I'm like... Well, but maybe I can plan. Like maybe there's always a way to plan ahead.
Like go with the flow, but what time is the flow gonna start? Where is the flow gonna begin?
Yeah. I need to be prepared. I need to wear the right thing.
Yeah.
But speaking of control, we were talking right before they rolled cameras about sleep.
Yes.
How's your sleep?
Well, the past week has been rough, but also my bar for sleep has been raised so much. I kind of had the opposite experience. When I moved to LA, I've never slept more in my life.
Oh, what?
And my life has improved dramatically, exponentially because
like your
of it.
skin is clear, like everything is better.
Everything is better. That's why now I'm really ruthless about my sleep. I'm
Okay.
Bye.
You're
you know?
much better than me then. I'm like a workaholic. I'll still... it's bad.
No, it's not worth it for me. Like when I'm in LA, I sleep at 10 and I wake up at like 5:30. I go on my little run at Griffith.
Wow.
I watch the sunrise. I've made it my goal in life to catch as many sunrises and sunsets as possible.
I love that.
And I've also started surfing, which is also a big part of it.
Okay.
So I think with surfing, the best waves tend to be sunrise, sunset. Yeah, so that
and the temperature isn't crazy too.
Yeah, and I don't want to get burnt.
So you're going to Bali soon?
I am. I'm playing a festival in Bali.
Oh my gosh!
So that will be fun.
And I mean, okay, by the time this goes out, this will already have happened. But you're playing a show very soon, sold out in 15 minutes.
No, it wasn't sold out in 15 minutes. What happened was
Okay,
for some
it is
reason,
sold out.
It is sold out now.
It is sold out for sure.
It's sold out now. But what I find so entertaining about this story is that my audience, I don't know, they just seem to think very highly of me. There aren't that many of them, but they just think so well of me that they crashed the website. And I'm just like, guys, calm down. There's enough tickets for all of us.
That is something, you know, though.
I know it is, but it's just
like Miss
entertaining.
Oasis.
It's just, I'm just like, I don't know why you thought you had to crash the website as if I'm Taylor Swift.
Okay,
but,
and then this is you being modest though, because I don't have that many fans, but they just crash the website. It takes quite a number of people to crash a website.
Yeah, they're small, but they're passionate. And then afterwards, I had to be like, hey, we crashed the website, but we did not sell out because, there's still more tickets left. So please don't give everyone the wrong impression by...
But either way, congratulations that
you.
it's sold out. And I've also realized that there has been kind of a shift in the music too, because I think it went from being like, I mean, it's still got your soul and your energy in it.
That makes me happy to hear.
But I feel like you got some like
pizzazz.
Oh, girl, you got the hook, and that's incredible because that's really hard as a songwriter to do. To keep your essence, and then as an artist as well, to keep your essence and then have all these hooks. And I just like, has your process changed? Or like, as a songwriter, I have so many questions, but elaborate.
Yes, I mean,
please.
Yeah, I think what was key to it was also that as artists, I think you tend to put a lot of pressure on yourself to stay in a box or to like to make yourself understandable or digestible. And so you're like, okay, this is the mode of what people can expect from me, and therefore you try to like create that for yourself. And
that's a very interesting way of looking at it.
Do you not think so?
I think most of the time what I've heard is that people try to adhere to what is popular rather than being like, I need to be a certain way that people will like me, rather than like, what's popular? Let's do that, you know?
Yeah.
But same. I think it's the same thing, just in different words.
Different
it's
metric.
very different perspective of it, but same thing.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
And I think lately what's really helped was being able to meet all these collaborators in LA that I felt like really understood me as friends, and I don't know, I think I was open to a new mode of working together, and like the last couple of songs that I've released and this upcoming record, it's all made together with these three guys who all played in bands. So John Graber's from NoFX, which is like a punk band. And
oh my gosh, you're working with the guy from NoFX?
I don't know punk, but I know that they're huge.
NoFX?
No, I never did, but I know they're really,
grew
really
up
huge.
with
Really?
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
All right, I'm booking my flight to LA now. When are you going to be there?
Crazy.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that they're really, really huge, but
Yeah, they were almost as big as New Fun.
I didn't know you were a punk person.
Dude, I was in a punk rock band.
What?
Yeah, West Grand Boulevard.
Oh my god, yeah!
Yeah.
Oh
anyway,
my gosh,
who's the other two people? I freak out. That's you just sitting in a studio with them. Actually, I saw last night on socials. But.
Whoa, that's cool. But I mean, like, John is the newest member. They're all really old and. Wow. Okay, maybe not.
It's okay. I don't think offense.
He's the newest.
Mature.
Yeah. He's the newest member of the band, and he too like grew up idolizing them, and he eventually joined them. So that's very cool. And yeah, so the other guy is from a ska punk band called We Are the Union, and then Jordan's from Tori et Moi, which is really fun for me. Like that's what I knew, and I think just working with these guys and seeing how down to earth and just how much they honor the music. And like how not caught up they are in how things look, but rather in how they feel. Like that was really inspirational for me, and also me having not gone to music school, and like not really had a music community starting out because I was such a bedroom producer. I was always like making stuff in my room, and I was always alone in this world, which was fun, but I think I just missed out. Well, yeah. But like when I see friends who, when I look at my sessionists, like my band, like they all like came up together. There's a scene, and they all go to each other's shows, and there's a sort of like shared history. And I think that artist and musician separation felt a lot more prominent then. And now just like working with people who know what it's like to like be in a band. I think, it's so refreshing for me because then it feels like such a collaborative decision and everyone has so much ownership over the music.
Yeah. I think it's also just the normalization of everyone owning the music.
Yes.
And that's the thing, I think. Definitely no hate to sessionists in Singapore, but I do feel like they never feel like they have a say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more like, okay, I learned the chart, but I want to hear it. Like, you want to make chord changes, you want to like do whatever you want, like let me know. And then even then, when I feel like I want to say that, then I worry that they think I'm lazy. You know what I mean? Then I'm just like, I cannot win.
I know.
But I think it's also just one of the things that we have to go through as like a young country, especially with like a young music industry. But it is, I like
and
totally
defining
understand.
what the norms of our
Yeah. And we're on our way there. I think that collaborative spirit is definitely starting. And I see it in like the young artists in Singapore, and that, you know, unity and community is starting to come together. You know, I think it will still take a while. I don't know if we'll see it in our lifetime, but I know that that's eventually, you know, we're going to evolve to that at some point.
I think so too. It's nice to be like part of a moment, you know?
Yeah. And it's also nice to see the evolution of it, because like there is something about being in the pioneer batch of people that are doing something new. Because there is no wrong. You just have to dare to do it.
Yeah, there's no precedent. You know? So it's just like, okay, let's go.
So what's next? What are you working on right now?
A lot of music. So I think my output has never been more, it's just never been bigger, which is nice.
It's all the sleep you're getting, I
It
think.
is. It is.
Dang, okay.
Yeah, it's the sleep. I'm telling you, the sleep is the answer to all things. Like, all my problems are solved when I have enough sleep. But you should really see me when I don't have enough sleep. I'm a terror. Anyone who's close to me knows that.
I'm exactly, I'm like Mr. Grumpy Pants.
Yeah.
Or I guess Miss Grumpy Pants.
Yeah,
it's bad.
I mean, like, when you wake me up, when I don't want to be woken up, I'm a menace. Like, it's really, really bad.
All right, so I come and stay with you in LA, and I will never wake you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, all the sleep leads to more music. So there's a lot of stuff coming out that I'm very excited about. We have a new single. It drops in 2 days, but I think when this airs, it will probably be out by then.
Are you going to perform me that song? Yes! Oh my gosh, I get an exclusive. Amazing. I can't wait.
Me too.
Stay tuned for more Linying coming up in the next video of The Kiss Booth.
The Kiss Booth with Daphne Khoo.